A modern guide to fit and arsenal construction for two-handed bowlers. Learn what grips to use and why. Plus, proper pitches for conventional and fingertip. Uncover the secrets of why and when pros use certain pieces of equipment. Learn step-by-step how-to lay out your own equipment and so much more. Become a better bowler and score more now. A modern guide to fit and arsenal construction for two-handed bowlers. Available June 1st, 2024 on Amazon and all major online retailers. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Laneside Reviews. As always, I am the Bearded Beast, Rob Johnson, and as you can see, we have something new on the bench. In fact, we have the new Rattler new. That's right, the Rattler not urethane. They've taken that great Rattler benchmark core and they've wrapped it in the not urethane cover stock that we first saw on the blue Hammer NU. What really excites me about this ball is the performance potential. Now, in the past, you've had to go from a 15 to a 16 pound in a urethane ball to get up to that big of a core. But now we have it in the lighter weights, guaranteeing us performance across the line. So what am I looking for out of this ball? Well, I wanted to go with one of my benchmark layouts and get myself something that I could control very easily on no matter what pattern I was on. It's a little hard to see on here, so I'm going to go through it so that you guys can get a good idea of how I've laid this one out. I've gone with a 4-inch pin to pap, and being a symmetrical ball, we've gone with the symmetrical mass bias, which is 6 3/4 inches away from the pin through the CG, and we've also gone with a 6 3/4 inch mass bias to pap. So we know this ball is going to be fairly strong flaring, but continuous. Lastly, we've gone with a 3-inch pin over line. So we want this ball to be fairly strong. We want it to use up its energy like a regular urethane fairly quickly so that we don't have to worry about it overhooking. That is, in fact, what we want urethane for. Not for dry lanes, but for controlling when there's too much hook down lane. So for you guys who want the numbers, here we go. As I said, we went with 4-inch by 6 3/4 by 3-inch PAL. For the dual angle guys, that is 90 by 4 by 35. But we can talk about intended performance all day. What really counts is how it stacks up on the lane. All right, and we're down here on the lanes with our resident two-hander. That's the Bearded Beast. That's me. And we're joined by the Doctor of Thugonomics over here, Scoops.
Hey.
And we're doing a first 10 here. First technically 12. It didn't start that way, and we'll show you why. Usually when we do these reviews, we get out on the lanes and we make some moves around left and right.
Yeah.
And we kind of try to show the versatility of the ball.
Yeah.
And this time I kind of want to just throw it and see what I could do.
And I was very excited for you to get this ball.
Yes.
Because it has the same Rattler core that you really loved in the other two Rattlers.
I love the Rattler.
But they put the NU, not urethane, formula cover stock on it to get it a little bit of a different reaction.
Now, let's talk about that cover stock for a second, because when you look at it and you put the NU's cover beside the NU blue, they don't look anything alike.
Yeah. I think they snuck a little extra pearl additives in it.
Something.
Because I think a lot of guys were having trouble with the NUs hooking too soon. But
and
still
so
having,
much.
And having that weird reaction down lane. So they put a little bit of, a lot of the guys were putting polish on it or bringing it really high up. So I think they snuck a little pearl,
something in there.
Pearl additive. Because if you just look at it, it's shiny.
It's
a little bit more traditionally.
It reminds me, looking at it, if you remember the old blue hammer or the original purple hammer, how you could really see the deep purling. Ooh, that's two. You could really see how deep the purling in it is, and it is almost. It almost looks like water or something on this one. It is so deep.
Yeah, it's just very eye-catching and can kind of get sucked into it.
Yeah, you can. Now, it has a lot of surface on it. I imagine if you shined this up, like I've done with my new, my new hammer, new blue hammer, it would probably get even cooler looking.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about right now.
No.
We're letting you guys know we're going to be here a while. This is 10 frames worth, okay? So we're going to talk about a few things here with urethane.
Yeah.
We're going to cover, you'll notice that there's a couple of seconds in between each shot here because we got to wait for the damn ball to come back in between shots. No cuts, no butts, no coconuts.
See, that one was a little bit tighter.
A little bit tighter.
But it held. And that's one thing you're going to get with your traditional urethanes and stuff like that, because it reacts early, makes it smooth, and kind of settles in.
That's right.
And when I was watching you throw this for the couple shots that I got the pleasure to watch.
Yep.
This core cover combination remind me a lot more of what urethane looks like.
Yes.
With the purple hammers and the black, now with the black hammer.
So
and even some of the other amazing ones like the Avalanche.
Funny you should say that. This has that big Rattler core in it, that 035.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this on other hammer videos where you had to jump from 15 pounds to 16 pounds to get a bigger core and more dynamics.
Yes.
And you'd see a lot of pros doing that.
Oh, yeah.
This ball has those dynamics at a lower weight.
Yeah.
So guys like me who are already slow as hell with their ball speed can actually throw a bit of a stronger urethane and get a little bit more out of it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what you want. You want to be able to throw it firm enough that you can stay consistent and get a good speed out of it, right?
Yep.
I mean, yes, okay, those guys on tour that do it, they, when they're not bowling, they're at the gym, they're doing things because that's their profession, and that's...
Oh, God.
Yeah. Or playing wiffle bat, depends who you are.
Yeah, you could be playing wiffle ball in the backyard. That's true. Though I've heard that's been retired.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the guys spend like an hour in the gym even after they're done bowling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know myself. I hate to say it. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Even I'm putting in more time in the gym now. So you can see I got that one a little bit wider.
Yeah.
I really liked the fact that with this ball, as a two-handed bowler, I'm only a year and a couple of months in here.
Yeah.
So while I'd like to say that I'm a 240 PBA bowler, I'm still a little bit of a praying spray.
Yeah.
And you can see I'm hitting within about 2 to 3 boards at the arrows, about 4 boards down lane. And the ball is making me look way better than I am.
Well, and that's what you want as somebody that is still learning and everything, because that builds your confidence. And the more confidence you have, the more comfortable you feel. And the more comfortable you feel, the more consistent you're going to be.
That's right. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel antsy or whatever, and you're trying to repeat shots, you're spending way more time.
That one come off. Ooh, that's like 3 or 4 different entry angles. I think, at least.
That one I got slower.
Yeah.
I actually got slower. But yeah, I just like what I see from this ball so far. Now, what was that? That was 5?
That's 5.
That's 5 in?
Yeah.
Now, you came in, I think about the next frame here, probably 6. Because I was just throwing here, and I'm going to keep throwing shots until I don't strike anymore.
Yeah.
And we just started talking about this ball. And the first thing you came in, you're like, ooh, what is that?
Yeah.
Now, look, that one was a little deeper.
Really deep. It still got the carry, though.
Yeah. Bigger core
means
it uses more of that cover stock to get it to slow down. And as a two-hander with lots of revs, I can use that power a little bit more. I can make my pocket so much bigger.
Now, was this the one you were showing me the different size in the actual track lines?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we had another one too that somebody else was throwing that.
Yeah.
We saw something similar, but this one it was like almost a wider footprint.
Oh yeah. When I throw the purple, I get about 2 to 3 inches of flare, and it's dead on top of each other.
Yeah.
When I threw the new blue, the footprint on it seemed smaller. I had a little bit wider flare separation.
Yeah.
But it seemed smaller.
Yeah.
This one, the actual flares on it are thick.
Yeah.
Like, holy moly.
Look at this carry. Look how big my pocket is. I can
Yeah.
hit deep. I can hit light and still carry.
Yeah, it's just room everywhere, and that's what you want. You want to be able to open up your pocket. Like you said, right now, you're getting more confident because your pocket is so big, and when you get so big, and then all of a sudden, your line gets more consistent.
Absolutely.
Right.
You said it before. Confidence is key.
Yeah.
If you think you can throw the shot better, you will yourself to be more consistent.
Well, and that's the thing. And when you're not worried about, you're not as tight.
Yep.
You're loosey goosey and
Like a toy gunner.
Yeah. Because that's the thing is the tighter you get and the more worried about hitting. I got to make sure I hit 9 down lane.
Yep.
I got to make sure I hit 13 up here, and all of a sudden that gets into your head, and then you miss, and you're like, oh no, and then 10 pin.
Yep. Right. Oh yeah. The fastest way to throw a bad shot is to think about throwing a shot. See how that one got through the pins?
Yeah.
I got that one a little bit closer to the friction. One of the things I really like about this ball, in a purple, if you get it to the friction like that,
it's going to kind of lay up and roll out because it's done most of its
used most of its energy,
right?
yeah.
Where this one, not so much.
Yeah, I was able to get it out there and get a little bit more peel off the edge. You definitely cannot do that with traditional urethane.
No. Yeah. And that's one thing about this one. I think it's going to give you a little bit more room than your traditional urethane. Playing where you have to play on a shot like this, right?
Now look how far out that one is.
Oh, I'm getting jealous. Rob gets a one board challenge. Old guy Wayne had one in a different video. If you haven't seen that, look for it.
Yep.
I got to do one of these soon. I'm feeling left out now.
This thing, I'm really impressed with the performance I'm seeing out of box. Now, you touched on something earlier.
Yeah.
About shining it up. Something you cannot do with traditional urethane, really.
Yes.
Is get a shine on it. What did I do to my new blue?
Oh, you took it up to, was it 5,000 D
plus polish?
Yeah.
And it still hooks.
Yeah, it glistens in the sun, but it still hooks. But it helped you get it down the lane where you wanted it.
Yep.
It's kind of similar to what this one's doing.
Absolutely. Right. This one is getting me the performance I wanted out of the new.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything. So here we are in the 10th frame.
Oh, that was back tight again.
That was flush.
Split the 8-9.
Just crushed him.
9 kick out last.
Yep. So, front 10. I think if I say I like this ball, everyone's going to call me biased. Somebody called me out in another video.
Did it?
They were because we were talking about the vibe, and I said that the new vibe was one of the best new vibes out there.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, you guys are sellouts. I'm not listening to you." And I'm like, "Well, compare it to the other two, the Ocean and the Radioactive. Is it better than those two? Then it's the best vibe."
I think it's just everything that they adjusted on it just made it that much better. Like, they're not going to put out a ball that's not as good as the other ones or just the same stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
When they make a change, it's important. They've made something that fills a gap.
Yeah, especially with the Radical brand.
Oh,
Phil will not put out a ball if it's the same as something else. Like, even if they wanted to try something and everything, he'll go back and change and start all over again.
Oh, another beautiful one. Split the 8-9. That's the front 11.
Yeah, he purposely makes sure that things aren't overlapping.
Absolutely.
So when I knew that this one was coming out, when I found out, it was like I knew it was going to be something special because,
Now here is something crazy. I threw the double cross. Really liked the double cross.
Yes.
Really liked
it, yeah.
I might like this one better.
I could tell, yeah.
For the people who like the double cross, this might actually be straight up better.
I think, like you said, with the bigger core, and the cover dynamics that's on it, it just blends it really well.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you just feel the tension off screen?
I was gonna say your knees are knocking.
Yeah, there's like you can hear my teeth. All right, let's do this, boy. Come on, front 11.
Are you coming back?
I think I left.
There you go.
Oh,
looks good.
Oh, 299.
Yeah.
Front 11 and a 9 count. Here we are left-handed. I left in the regular stuff. Yeah.
Tell me you didn't show the last one left-handed, because I think you got a little bit soft on that one, and a little hard.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think my speed was a little up, and I got a little soft on the revs.
And I mean, that's what we all do in the last, like when we're on that one.
On the 12? Yeah.
Now, this is going to be really cool because we got the Rattler versus Rattler.
Okay, so I've already edited this, and I've seen this.
Yeah.
This blew me away. So here we are with the Rattler. Still smooth, even as a two-hander. It gets down lane pretty far.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Rattler versus Rattler. We got some snake-on-snake. I'm a snake. Some snake-on-snake violence here. And is the new better? Look at this.
Oh, wow.
It's so close.
So close.
It's a little bit earlier. Watch it in the replay here. It's a little bit earlier. I think probably maybe 3 to 5 feet.
Yeah. But
it doesn't peel off down lane like the original one did.
Yeah. So it's like you said, we got a little bit more of the urethane-like motion, but not giving up the resin back end.
That's right. Because you can see, I mean, you could barely see it right there. It's maybe a board inside for most of it. We got to go down to the lane level, actually, to see a bigger difference here.
I think you're going to see over a span of a game or so that the NU one's going to keep a better entry angle just because of the reaction you're getting in the total motion.
Well, you could see how much more versatile it was. I could get to the friction a little bit and not have it roll out. Now, here we are, lane level, as we said. This is really where you're going to see it. Watch how close they are. Like, the NU disappears almost.
Yeah.
Maybe a board?
Yeah, maybe.
That's insane.
But that board can get you,
$299 apparently.
Yeah.
Let's watch it again in slow motion. So I can't say it because people are going to call me a shill and say that I'm so. But would you call this the perfect benchmark ball?
Yes.
Well, no, almost. 99% perfect.
Yeah, 99. Yeah.
I don't know. I really like it. Am I gonna have to order one of these for you now?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, that's high praise from the king of urethane.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.